Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Shot by Flash from Game7, and thank you for checking in to my latest episode featuring my guy, Shooter. You know, he's a member of Bird Gang, signed over to Jim Jones. He's always been down from day one. Worked with him a couple years back in my early filmmaking days, man. Shouts to my guy, Mafia. But unpack a lot, man. You know, just talking about God of War, everything that's been going on recently in the entertainment world. So hope you guys like it. Subscribe to the page, leave a comment. Enjoy the episode, man. Peace. What's going on, man? Introduce yourself, bro.
What's up, man? What's going on? Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate all the support and all. Every little bit works.
So for those who don't know who Shooter is, how would you like to introduce yourself to the people who are involved with hip-hop and video games?
Well, you know it's crazy because part of the hip-hop and gaming world of today is big stream platform. Both of those are big streaming platforms. So, I like to always tell people if you buy my music, it come with money back guarantee. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the store. You buy something boutique, you don't like it, bring it back. I don't even want to keep what I earn. So that's how I want people to know me. You can spend your money and feel good about it here.
We're bridging the gap between hip hop and video games. For example, Mortal Kombat, when they premiered their first commercial, they had a 21 Savage song playing in the commercial, and then they had Meg Thee Stallion do like a commercial for like a downloadable character, that was unreleased during the game.
I agree with that because, like you said, those two cultures anyway are so intertwined. Hip hop and gaming, it only makes sense. So it's a good move, especially if somebody who's knowledgeable in both fields to bridge the gap. That's a powerful thing to do.
Yeah, see, and that's where for me, from all the times that you would see me run around with A Mafia, I was filming for A Boogie, Fabulous, Rick Ross and shit like that. Like, those days were cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but then, like, in order for me to keep my insanity, because that world is so crazy, running about how rabbits and shit, I would run back home, hop on the Need for Speed, Call of Duties and shit, Mortal Kombat of the world, just to keep my sanity.
Mostly everybody who listens to rap play video games, vice versa. Everybody play video games.
It's just breaking that stereotype.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, so many times I've been in the studio, and while the artist is writing raps and shit like that, what are other people doing? They playing 2K, they playing Call of Duty, all in the studio, but then they don't want to present it just because of that stereotype of, it's been long viewed as if you're a gamer, you're like a nerd. Like, you don't come out the house, you're like a hermit crab type nigga. But it's people like you and me that, still be outside and get down on the sticks too. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
I just had the PlayStation in the studio with me all night. I ain't turned it on once, but it was there.
Exactly.
It was there with us. We was ready to play just in case it got boring in the spot.
Exactly. So, I've been a follower of your music for a while, bro. Like, all the way from Steady Mob 1 and 2, and then the resurgence was, Fact Rap 1 and 2, and then the Most Solid. So, like, can you describe, like, what was the transition like from the earlier mixtapes up until now, where it seemed like you're in the zone?
I think the biggest thing is my seriousness of being involved with music changed. Like, back then, I didn't really care, like Steady Mobbing. I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't care. I made music, but at my leisure. It was no pressure. I didn't really care about trying to get some money out the game I was just happy to be here, so to speak. You know what I mean? It was like, all right, I got the opportunity to present my talent to the world. I took advantage of it, but I didn't take advantage of it full throttle. So, and that was the result of Steady Mob 1 and Steady Mob 2. The result of that was those two projects, 2 mixtapes. And then I was just thinking to myself, like, yo, you know what? So many things is like contingent upon a rapid success, especially up and coming in the game. There's so many things that's outside of your control that makes your success possible or not. Being it. Like, so you might, up and coming artists, you looking for producers and beats and stuff like that. You're gonna have up and coming producers and people who sword is not that sharp as some of the more notable producers of today's times, So you get production that's not really all together. It's like all over the place. You don't have one concrete sound. So that's the one big thing that changed. And I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm done with all of this music shit, man. I ain't going to those studios. I'm not doing none of that. I'm about to just start freestyling on Instagram when I feel like it. Again, another when I feel like it moment, when I want to do it on my time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, and you know, you get the weak beats, you get the bad engineer, he not mixing his shit right. So, you know, you presenting this product to the world, and no matter how good your rap is, it's like people go like, oh, that beat would have been, if it would have been a better beat, I could have been feeling it even more. Or, yo, if the song was mixed better, it would have been a little bit better in that way. So, you know, that made me start freestyling on the gram, and one thing led to the next, and boom, here we are. So now, I'm like you said, I'm 3 projects in on this whole new run right here, and it feels good because being a artist that's been around, I got like a new rapper buzz. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
it's like a whole new energy.
So let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about the process, because at first you was noticed through the branches of Dipset, and then now you got, you know, you got Fact Rap and Most Solid, which, you know, you pretty much like stamp the flag into the ground, like, yo, this is Shooter, this is who I am. So like, what's the difference between, you know, like when you were noticed through Dipset and the new fans that are catching on to your music now?
Well, probably because those 2 things, the Dipset, Bird Gang thing, they already had their flag. We already had a flag with that. That was already established way before I came anywhere around that picture. So that wasn't like something that was mine. It was just like, all right, the fans of those 2 entities will automatically be my fan because I'm with that, right? But they're not actually a fan of me because I'm not really even putting music out. I'm just doing little features here and there on certain little projects that may have come out. I got a verse or 2 here and there, but they just embraced me because I was part of that thing. But the difference is now is, if you're a fan of Fact Rap, it's because you fuck with Shooter. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's, you watch me build this thing from ground up. Facts. Like I said, from doing freestyles on the gram, and it ain't have nothing to do with that. I never leaned on the Dipset thing. I never leaned on the Burger thing. It was just stay consistent with Fact Rap. And now here we are. You know, like I said, the sort of big difference is fans are here for me now, as opposed to you coming for Jim or Cam or Jewels or Freaky, and you know, and then you getting a little bit of me, and then you're like, all right, well, I'll take him with the rest of the bunch. You know what I mean? Right.
I feel like your freestyles are a big part of the Shooter brand. When did you realize like that was your lane to showcase your skill and gain some potential new fans?
I mean, it kind of happened haphazardly. Like I said, I was just at a pace where I was just like, I ain't making no music no more. And I remember it was like 2015. I decided to take like a little impromptu trip to Puerto Rico or somewhere. Went by myself, ain't taking nobody with me, just like to clear my mind or whatever. And while I was there, I was thinking of ways to, because I was like, I've always loved music, so I don't want to just quit on music itself, but I gotta find a new way to do it my way. And at that time, I think Instagram, the videos on Instagram may have been like 30 seconds. You might get 30 seconds of 30-second video.
I believe at first it was like 15 seconds, then they
15
upped it to
seconds.
30, then
exactly. So exactly, I was gonna say 15, but I wasn't sure. But it was 15 seconds, right? Yep. It was 15 seconds, and all you get is a quick little 15 seconds on it. It did. So I started doing the freestyles. Like, I was one of the first people that really started rapping, just freestyling into the camera on the gram, and that's how I kind of caught the wave. And a lot of people started doing it once they start seeing my success at it. Like, oh shit, hold on. This motherfucker getting a lot of comments, he getting a lot of likes, he getting a lot of notable mentions, you know, a whole bunch of different celebrities. Like, I would go to bed and I might have 1,000 followers at the time, right? I might have 2,000 followers at the time. I'll go to sleep. I might have posted something before I went to sleep, maybe 8 p.m. Now it's 12 o'clock at night. I'm going to bed. It's quiet. I ain't getting that many notices or whatever. And then I wake up in the morning and I got 600 new followers, 200 comments. And I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? I ain't post that overnight. Fuck this. And then there'd be like I'll go through the thing and I'll see it was some celebrity of some sort got a hold of one of my videos and organically posted. I never once asked nobody to post no videos and nothing like that. I just relied on the talent and word of mouth and letting people just get it around that way.
Is Shooter a gamer
I was more of a gamer back when I was the kid than nowadays. I'm gonna be honest, right? I have all the games, I have all the consoles. Whatever new game is out, I like to get it, and I'm like fixated on it for the first week. And after the first week, then I'm like one of those people that I got ADD or something. I was like, it's hard for me to stay focused on one thing. Once I'm off it, I'm off it. I'm like right. To the next shit come out. But memories regarding games, the first thing that popped in my mind when you said that was my older brother who had a Sega Genesis. My brother's probably about 7 years older than me, so if I was 8, he was about 15 years old, and he had a little summer job or whatever, and he used to dip off to work, and I would hurry up and go into his room and take the game out and start playing with the game and shit like that.
What game?
One day,
what game?
Maybe if I had to remember, maybe like Shinobi or some shit like that. If I'm not like it was like some Japanese fighting game or some shit.
Yep,
running with the swords of Shinobi or some shit like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was it. And I remember I used to always go to work and I would bust this shit out. One day I busted out, I'm playing, and the shit burned out. I don't know what happened. The console just burned out. But so as a kid, like, oh shit, this shit ain't working. You smell the smoke. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get my ass whipped. What brother go? This is gonna be a fight right here. So what do? I unplug it, put it back where he had it, and leave it alone. Of course, quite naturally, when he comes home and he turns it on and sees it's not working, oh, what the fuck is going on here? He mad now. Now he knows any other time I'm the one who goes in there, takes the game out, put it back. He like, yo, you touch my game? I'm like, nah, I ain't fuck with your game. Long story short, that was the biggest fight. So that's what pops in my head about me and my brother just having tumultuous times over those video games.
Like, what was the last game Shooter has played?
Right now, like I said, I got PS5. Oh, God of War. I'm playing a few games right now. I'm playing God of War. I'm playing Spider-Man joint. 2K,
nice.
Call of Duty. Though I must say I'm not one of those Call of Duty people who get on and get busy. I'm one of those people that get on and get his head shot off 92 times. I'm complaining about every time I take a step, somebody kills me. It's a sniper somewhere. So I don't even really play that one. But the funniest thing is they have a game, I forgot, Astro World or some shit like that on PS5. It's like a Super Mario type thing. It's like that's my stress reliever game because there's no winning or losing to it. It's just like you just running around, whatever, some random shit. That's my easiest game to play for me when I just want to relax. I play that. Every other game causes me anxiety.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, I'm getting shot every 30 seconds. God of War, I spend 30 hours on one screen, literally. Like I can't get past the same screen. I'll sit there playing it ever, and then still not get off that screen, so.
Yo, my guy is a gamer, man. That's a huge look right there. Just because, like, with gaming, man, like, you're able to become more transparent with your fans, bro. Because you don't know how many of your fans play video games, bro. So. Like,
I'm sure. Like we said earlier, it's intertwined. It's one and the same. Rap and video games. Why it makes sense. Bro. Rap, weed, video games. Rap, weed, women, video games. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit go together. So yeah.
Facts. So like I don't know if you saw the post that I did, but I tagged you in a video game montage that I did. So like for every independent artist that we listen to and love over here, like we will create like a video game montage. So we take the song. So let's say I used like what song did I use? I used the song that you did with a Conway, and like I had the gameplay that I already played. And then I added the song, playing behind the music, just because with hip hop and video games, like it creates a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's say like you're listening to like a Casanova or a Shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like for the gameplay that I will pick for any song, I will put on like a Mortal Kombat. Why? Because it's already coming off aggressive. You whooping somebody's ass, this and that. Or like, let's say you're playing like a Call of Duty game. I'll pick like a Pop Smoke 504 because everybody talking about spinning the block, shooting at niggas. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Need for Speed. I'll pick like a Rick Ross or Meek Mill because they're always talking about fast cars and flossing and shit like that. Like that's the mentality that I tap into, creating this type of content. Along with the topics and then doing interviews just like this, bro. So to be able to chop it up with you, bro, it's definitely a good feeling now, right now, man. For
Like I said, I'm happy to see you still in it. You know, we know each other for some time, so
yeah,
still in it. We all pressing forward. Everybody, you know, that's one thing I want to say. Everybody, like, I've been around for a minute, and everybody that I see, like, you be thinking everything happened overnight for people, right? Like, you got people who are new shooter fans. They probably like, yo, how the fuck? I never heard of something before, so I'm new to them. So they forgetting that I got about 10,000 mastery hours. You know, they see me 10,000 hours of something to be a master at it. And most of the times we don't see people's mastery stage. We just see the shit that's the final package, the edited up thing is glossed over now. You know what I mean? So I like just shouts to everybody who stayed true, and if you had a path, and sometimes that path led to another path, but you stayed on course of just having a path, because that's the most important thing. Movement is key. Not getting caught up in being boxed into one thing, because it's easy to just lose momentum, and you know, next thing you know, you back at Fresh Direct packing bags, whatever. Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's a negative. That's a negative. Hey, what's up, little man? Hey, it's my son.
What's up, man?
Say what's up. What's up? Yeah.
You came to watch Daddy at work.
Yeah, me and BB be watching your lives, man. Doing the push-ups, right, Ethan?
Yeah, but my sister is in my bedroom.
Yeah. So go with your sister, boo.
Okay.
Alright, see ya. Yeah, that's my son, man. Yo, I'm trying to get him to do some push-ups, man. For real. Watching your lives, bro. Like
you gotta bring him up on live with us, man.
Oh, nah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's coming up next. Yo, like, and I'm telling you right now, like, for all the new fans, they probably don't even know you came out with a Steady Mobbin 1 and 2, or if you've been on like the Dipset Christmas album, bro. Like, son, the fucking journey is real.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, and people go, I don't think, in that time when I was doing all that music, I wasn't ready for where I'm at now. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't ready mentally. I wasn't ready musically. It took some development, because I'm a person who I didn't start doing music, like listening to beats and shit like that. I was just freestyling somewhere, acapella. So it took time and that's another thing I say to artists: develop your sound. Don't be so eager to try to be like remixing everybody's record that comes out and you using their same cadence and what have you. Develop your own style. That's the most important thing to do. I think you would come out better and be more notable if you create the record that everybody wants to remix. Don't be so eager to remix everybody's records. It's a game that's just tag lanes and it's everybody follow the leader. So just make music, develop your sound, develop you as an artist, introduce you to the world. Nobody cares about who you standing next to, who's your best friend. Like, those people see, it's like, let's use Griselda for example. Those my guys. So people see me next to them. That doesn't mean anything. What does that really mean in the grand scheme of things? Is that going to get me another follower? No, sure, it might give me another follower, but it may not give me another supporter. Because I have a thing. There's a difference between being a fan and being a supporter. So if I'm standing next to whatever artist it is, I'm just using them for example. It's not really doing anything for me musically to be standing there. So the thing is, you got to develop your own thing and make the moves you make you stand out. Don't worry about it, because be one of those people that's posting a picture with whatever famous person they stood next to or was lucky enough to throw their arm around for the weekend and take a picture too with them, and now they putting, yo, me and Big Bro working, and no, y'all not working. I took a picture in the club and that's that.
Yeah, that shit old, bro.
Just get to the point. Make the music. If music is your thing, make the music. If you're doing videos, make the videos. If you're a graphic artist, design some logos, make some art. But don't worry about being the trendiest nigga standing next to everybody. That don't matter. I know a ton of people who stood next to everybody and they got nowhere. There's still nothing. So focus on your sound, develop your thing, and then go from there.
That's a fact, and that comes from the great words of Mr. Shooter, man. So like, what can we expect from Shooter like later on this year in 2021? Like are we expecting like any virtual shows? Or just
I didn't plan any virtual shows as of yet, because I have faith that the world is going to open back up soon and we'll be able to get back to it the way we go. We get back to it, but yeah, I think what you can expect from me is just different. That's the word I want to use. I want to say different. I want to, like, because my whole thing is a boutique experience, right? So I'm not trying to provide you with the same experience that you're going to get from a off the rack experience. I want it to be customized. I want it to be fly. Some real, he went left field while everybody was going right. So just different merch drops, music packs. As an independent artist, it's beautiful because I don't have to have a format. I don't have to say, I gotta do 12 songs. I gotta put it out at this amount of time. No, I can come out, drop 2 songs now, 3 songs now. It's just certain little incentives to make people know that I'm in tune with them and shit like that, and for them to stay in tune with the music. Subscription service, all that type of stuff, where you got people subscribing to your a program where they might receive a couple pieces of merch, or it's the new music that no one else receives monthly for a set fee. You know what I mean? So just trying to keep the business of it refreshed and not generic and old like what it was being presented now.
Word. And that's the end of this show, man. Shout out to my guy Shooter. Definitely follow him on the gram. If you ain't follow him on already, check out all his freestyles and definitely go get all his albums. Fat Rap 1, 2, and his more recent, The Most Solid, man. This is Shot by Flash. You're not watching Game 7. We out here. Shooter, appreciate the time, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Now I'm going to get some sleep. I ain't come from the studio until about a little while before I called you, man.
Alright, bet. No problem, man. I appreciate it, though, man.
Alright, thank you, man.
Alright, no doubt. Peace.
I was at the studio the other night listening to Summer Conway project, and my guy Shooter, shout out to Shooter. Shooter was there, and I don't know if y'all know, allegedly,
real safe gentleman.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all been keeping up. Shooter, he's been selling his album, his music on his own website for a while, and we was having a really good conversation about that. And I won't put his business out there and say how much he's been making doing that. But he's making a lot more than artists that are signed. And he's literally been selling it on his own website. And I just thought, just sitting there talking to him and listening to him, that is something that I think more artists should go that route.
Like, go away all day. You just said your man is telling somebody to give them $25. No lie, if I go back and ask all 700 of those people, half of them will probably say they got robbed. I don't think a lot of people are willingly paying over $10 for music.
But he's selling this shit for $25 a pop, and people are buying it. And when he says